Okay, let's make a spreadsheet that will help us calculate our statistical data. So I'm going to go to Google Sheets, start a blank one. First thing I'm going to do is change the name, PLTW IED 3.5 statistics. You just say stats and then put your name on it. That's going to be the title. Let's scoot this guy over just a little bit, do a little bit of formatting. I'm going to click on the 1 here. And this will be all my titles, so I want this to be bigger. Let's make that 14, and that's bold, and I guess there's no underline, so that'll be good for now. So I'm going to click on B1. All these cells are named by their column in their row. So this one is B1, B2, B3, whereas this one's A1, B1, C1, D1. So in B1, I'm just going to put data set. And over in D1, statistics. All right. So let's start with N for the number in the set, min, max, range, put down another one, mean, median, mode, min, max, mean. Oh yeah, and can't forget standard deviation. Great. And we'll just make a little bit of room there. And so I'm going to cut and paste a data set in. You guys are just going to have to type it out. I want you to pause right there and type in all these values. You should have 16 pieces of value. When you're done, we can check that by clicking on E2, and we're going to come up here to this little funny thing. This is a bunch of functions. That specific symbol just means add everything up. So let's count. And I'm just going to click right here next to the B, hit enter, and it counts. And as you can see, we do have 16 pieces of data. I can also hit equals and start typing in the name of a function. I'll click on this. That's minimum. And if I click on a column, it will tell me the minimum value in that column, even if they're not in order. And the same thing with max. Click right next to the B again. Now, you'll notice it's auto-suggesting to fill the range. 76 is not the range here. If I type equals range, R-A-N-G, it doesn't really have a range. That's different. So I need to make my own equation. So I'm going to type or click on the cell that I want to put it in. I hit the equals button. I'm going to click on my max value, then minus symbol, my minimum value. Enter. Okay, so you can check by seeing that there is a difference of 14 in the heights of our students. And, oh yeah, so these are representative of average male height. So I can change this real quick and see if this works. Let's just put in 80 here just to test it. And it does change. So I'm going to just hit Control Z and put that back to where it was. Mean, just click on the box, come over here, go to average because, mean is average. And click right next to my B again. Nice, that looks good. Equals mode. So we know that the most common in our set now is 69. Median equals med. And, oh, that was not good. So we need to change this in here to that row. Did that work? I don't know. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to delete this one. delete, let's try it again, equals need. Okay, so that's what I did wrong. All right, cool. And standard deviation. Now, these are kind of the suggestions, but we can either type it out or we can come all the way down here to statistics, drag this down, and these are different types of standard deviations. We want this one for now. Okay, so these are statistics as we talked about before. The average height of an adult male is about 5'9" or 69 inches, and standard deviation is between 3 and 4 inches, depending on where you look. So the other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a normal distribution. So we need a nice visual of this. So I'm going to highlight my data. We want to actually just click up there. I'm going to hit Insert, Chart, and I get a nice histogram. We can edit that, but the first thing I want to do is just scoot it over so it's not on top of the data. And size it to your screen. And at this point, you should be able to edit the labels and everything. Edit chart. Histogram. It's our data set. So this should be male height in inches. Oop, not all capitals.